Hey Disney, you want to get Star Wars back on track? Look at Paramount and Skydance. They just wiped their misstep from the face of the earth. Star Trek Discovery is no more.
A bloody Christmas miracle, to be sure. But you're being a little hyperbolic there, don't you think?
Yeah, okay, not from the face of the earth, but it's the next best thing, wiped from canon.
You must think I'm an idiot. If you expect me to believe that a mutineer could ever end up with captain's bibs.
Viewers who have watched this channel for any length of time know how important Star Trek was to me growing up. Here's a video about that. And I was appalled by the revolting, agenda-driven garbage that was Star Trek Discovery. Almost as appalled as the fact that I'm having a cold.
Yeah, if this weren't so important, I'd toss your ass back in bed.
Showrunner Alex Kurtzman was systematically trying to rewrite Trek history in the same way that Kathleen Kennedy was trying to suppress classic Star Wars and make it all about her vision.
But Paramount woke up.
Or unwoke, if you want to get punny about it. From Giant Freaking Robot, Star Trek just erased an entire series from canon.
Shocking.
Star Trek Lower Decks had its big finale this week, and in the process of ending the show, they fixed one of the worst problems Star Trek has ever had. That problem is named Star Trek Discovery, and thankfully, it's no longer part of the official Prime Timeline Star Trek canon. Lower Decks has always taken full advantage of its animated format to fix some of the franchise's nagging questions and biggest mistakes. They've smoothed a lot of things over, but the one thing that seemed impossible to smooth over was the way Star Trek Discovery trashed the entire Star Trek universe.
Yes, but we can't jump on food.
Everybody is always trying to maintain continuity, but given the volume of things that are out there, it's just impossible for everything to sync up perfectly. A literal impossibility to maintain continuity.
NANI?
By season 2, the people at Paramount realized this was a horrible idea and not what anyone wanted, so they came up with an excuse to send the show so far into the future that it couldn't do any more damage. But by then, they'd already done quite a lot. Luckily, now it doesn't matter because the Star Trek Lower Decks finale confirmed that the events of Discovery take place in an alternate reality. Paramount has been clear since the show started that although it's animated, Star Trek Lower Decks is full canon and takes place in the prime timeline of the Star Trek universe. So what happens in Lower Decks isn't fan fiction or an alternate universe. In the show's finale, a group of Klingon ships encounters a phenomenon that transforms things into alternate reality versions of themselves. When a Klingon ship hits one of those transformation rays, it transforms into a big, ugly Discovery-style Klingon ship.
Then one of the crew goes full Disco Orc Klingon.
So of course the next question is Strange New Worlds canon, since it's essentially a spin-off of Discovery? There's been some back and forth about this, but from what we know so far, the answer is that yes, Worlds is still canon, the argument being that the Pike and Enterprise we saw in Discovery is an alternate as well.
The fact that the Klingons on Strange New Worlds look normal seems to support this.
Right you are, Doge. You know, it was frustrating having to rely on the Orville for Star Trek content, but now maybe the healing can begin. We don't know yet what this means for the Star Trek Academy series Kurtzman was working on, but if it was the same type of garbage, it's probably out the airlock. Paramount has regained their senses and is interested in making money again. Now it's Disney's turn. As I pointed out in this video, the groundwork to potentially retcon the entire Star Wars sequel trilogy has already been laid out for Season 2 of Ahsoka. All they have to do is pull the trigger and use the World Between Worlds to wipe it from existence. That's going to be the quickest way for them to get back on the right path. It's not going to be enough just to make good Star Wars shows and movies again. They need to erase the sequel trilogy just like Paramount erased Star Trek Discovery. Christmas colds are really less than ideal. I hope you guys are doing much better than I am. Stay fresh, cheese bags.
We're both too old for this kind of thing.